Once upon a time, but not too long ago, analog selfie lived in a world shaped by Kodak moments, and it relied on celluloid film to record it. This imposed many restrictions on the life of analog selfie. Simply creating one presented a challenge. The finished roll of film went to the developer. Several days later, analog selfie was ready for collection. A tangible representation printed on paper. If analog selfie looked flawed, there was nothing to be done except throw it away. If it was captured well, it might find its way to a frame, or a photo album, where a small audience of passive consumers viewed it as evidence of the truth of a memory. Two things helped change analog selfie's world forever: digitization and convergence. The digital camera enabled digital selfie to be checked immediately, then easily discarded if it didn't measure up. It could be transferred to a computer, and an internet connection enabled its distribution. The restrictive and static nature of the desktop computer and ADSL internet connections still meant delays in digital selfie reaching its audience. The concept of convergence addressed this final hurdle, combining several technologies to produce the smartphone. The smartphone became ubiquitous, situating it as part of everyday life. An infinite number of digital selfies could now be taken, in an infinite number of environments, then shared immediately with a potentially infinite audience. This changed digital selfie's purpose. It now functions to narrate the stories of our lives, both the mundane and the extraordinary. It acts as a tool for creative self-expression and identity construction, manipulated until it conveys the intended narrative. Digital selfie's new life is dynamic. It now inhabits a world stage of participatory culture, where it exhibits a pervasive and ephemeral quality as it spreads globally to a public audience of possibly thousands of strangers. Social media giants monopolize digital selfies world. Their apps are embedded in the smartphone, and they provide their own affordances to further enhance and distribute digital selfie. But using these affordances comes at a price. Digital selfie is now a commodity. It possesses an economic value to the social media corporations, in the form of the data embedded in it. And copyright becomes harder to enforce, in an environment where the spread of digital selfie is impossible to track. This leaves it open to manipulation and distribution by unknown third parties, who may not have its best interests at heart. With digitization and media convergence creating new, and ever-changing hybrid ways of interacting with digital selfie, will it live happily ever after? Only time will tell. The stories of our lives are only just beginning.